Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for today and another comparison video. C Limited or Mercadolibre? Now obviously do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Which one are you holding? Maybe you're holding both. Make your case in the comments below. Now obviously I'm a bit biased since I have Mercadolibre in my portfolio and I don't have C Limited in the main one. I do have it in a much smaller one, so I'll try and be as well objective as I can. Now, it's no secret that one company is in a much better position financially than the other, but some things might change for the positive for C Limited pretty soon. They've been making some moves, so we're going to have a look at all of that. But before I do so, if you want to support this channel and myself, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to full.com/couchinvestor and make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment. And I would really appreciate it if you enjoy this type of videos. Leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Now, let's have a little look at both companies. So, as you can see, the yellow bars here are Mercadolibre, the blue ones are C Limited. So yes, over the years, you can see that C has grown quite nicely. So has Mercadolibre. So right now in the last 12 months, C's revenue is closer to 12 billion, while Mercadolibre's revenue is closer to 9 billion. But when you look at free cash flow, it's a completely different story. Mercadolibre goes up last 12 months, just over $1 billion in free cash flow. If we look at C Limited, well, that has been going down. It's now negative, just over $2 billion in free cash flow, which before it was positive. Now again, they have been making moves to go back to positive free cash flow. So we're going to have a look at that in just a second. But same thing goes here, same story basically. Mercadolibre, return on equity close to 30%. C Limited, negative, well, close to negative 60%. When you look at gross profit margin, Mercadolibre, close to 52%, C Limited, close to 39%. So the basic overview here, well, the winner is pretty clear. Now again, might change over time, right? Because we can't really judge a company by what it is today, but you can speculate to what it's going to do in a couple of years from now, maybe even a couple of quarters. You might see some improvements here. And so concern number one, and this is basically the biggest concern everybody has with regards to C Limited, and that's the digital entertainment segment of the business, more specifically, obviously, Garena Free Fire. Quarterly active users have been going down, quarterly paying users have been going down as well. Now, the only positive thing that I can see here from last quarter with regards to this segment is that, well, from Q1 to Q2, basically quarter over quarter, they did not lose any quarterly active users. They actually gained a little bit. So let's hope it stays flat the next quarter and doesn't go down. If it goes up, great. But then again, quarterly paying users, that has been going down quarter over quarter. And who knows if we might see an improvement there with the current state of affairs worldwide. I did also a quick search on Google Trends to see how Garena Free Fire is actually faring compared to the last 5 years. So obviously during the pandemic, during the height of 2021, that's just a one-off, so let's not compare to that, but it has been going down significantly in the last couple of months, and now we're basically back to levels not seen, well, since the pandemic has started, March, April 2020. So for those of you that hold C Limited, this is obviously something you want to keep an eye on. Is Garena Free Fire, is digital entertainment site doing better quarter over quarter or not? Because remember, that's the site that is basically funding the other operations, because Shopee is losing money and C Money is just basically very small right now, so not very significant to the overall business. Yes, it is growing extremely fast, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, still very small. But as I said at the start, they are taking some steps to improve the financials, such as, well, C's billionaire CEO to forgo salary as cost cuts spread. So, well, obviously this is behind a paywall, so I can't really show you everything there, but basically says here the leadership team has decided that will not take any cash compensation until the company reaches self-sufficiency, which is very good to hear, because some companies, well, will still pay the executives extremely big amounts of bonuses when the company is struggling. Great to see they're taking the right moves. But that does not mean that they're not shutting down some operations worldwide, such as in Latin American countries, they also cut Free Fire staff in Shanghai. So it says here that the e-commerce arm Shopee will exit Argentina and shut local operations in Chile, Colombia, and Mexico, while its Garena gaming unit will lay off hundreds of staff in Shanghai, people close to the matter said. And they are doing this in light of the current elevated macro uncertainty. Sea needed to focus on resources on core operations. Now, it didn't stop there. Well, basically, this article was released in March, so Shopee stumbles in Europe, but still expected to double worldwide in 2022. So I believe they entered the French market, the Polish market as well, and the Spanish one. Now, for the French market, they're shutting down its operations there, so they already shut it down back in March, early March, basically. Now, it says here that while it maintains its Spanish store under Shopee.es, the traffic to it is so low that it's not even registered by SimilarWeb. It seems that it forays into Western European markets where low cost, low risk efforts to test the waters, while the company invested more time and money to establish itself in Eastern Europe, such as Poland, where it actively recruited local sellers and manufacturers instead of simply offering cheap goods made in China. You can see here, visits to Shopee Poland, 4.2, 4.5 million. That was, well, earlier this year. When you compare that to Shopee in France, well, nothing. Now, I do want to mention that while it is burning a lot of cash, close to $1 billion in losses, it still has enough cash to survive for the coming years, right? $7.8 billion in cash and cash equivalents and short-term investments. But it also has some loans that it has to repay sooner rather than later. But overall, yes, it does have cash to survive for a couple of years. And now when it comes to Mercadolibre, well, there's not much to add here. The company is doing exceptionally well, especially, well, if you look at the current market environment in South America and in the world, you can see at those numbers, well, they look quite good. And as discussed in past videos, there's really nothing to say that they are slowing down anytime soon. Now, I do want to make this extremely clear that not everyone that holds Sea Limited or Mercadolibre have bought it in the last year or two. Many people have held Sea Limited and Mercadolibre for years and years, so those probably are still in the green and very, very green one. For 5x or so, I believe Shopee is still a 3 to 4x since IPO, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'll put it on the screen here. Mercadolibre is also probably a multi-bagger by now.
Ooh, that's good.
So this is also a great point that probably somebody will make in the comments, is that, well, not everybody has been buying those companies in just the last 2 years. Some people are buying this for the long term. So you can buy this today, 5 years, 10 years from now, could be an amazing investment. Also, I want to address one important point, and that's something that someone mentioned in the last Tesla video. Just buy and hold and you'll 10x in 10 years. I don't know where this assumption comes from that things have to 10x in 10 years. It might take 15, 20 years for something to 10x. And by the way, 10x in 20 years is still amazing, amazing returns. Just wanted to put it out there. So to me, if you ask me today, Mercadolibre or Sea Limited, I'll obviously go with Mercadolibre. Stronger company right now, better operations, especially in the current market environment. So I'll take Mercadolibre. Some of you might agree, some of you might disagree. Again, there's really no wrong answer because at the end of the day, it's your portfolio and not mine. But for me personally, it's Mercadolibre. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. As I said at the start of this video, write your, let's say, answer and try and make your case in the comments. If you enjoyed this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe that subscribe button. And I see you all in the next one. Bye bye.